But man, you start getting in the press, and man, I don't know. I just don't know.
Before you guys got here, that was what my chain advised. Like, hey, you need to get the hotel to declare them trespassing. Otherwise, we really
can't.
Yeah.
Unless the hotel says.
And when they enacted 42 U.S.C. Section 1983, that you can bring civil suit for anybody that oppresses your right.
This is not a disturbance of the peace. You're making it one. These people have been doing things in secret for a long time. And that's why justice is so difficult to obtain. And we're going to be on YouTube. He's there under Article 1, Section 19 of the Constitution, freedom of the press.
Right.
Also, the Open Meetings Act, which says no government business shall be done in secret. And that's what's happening here. It's being done in secret. And this cannot stand. It simply cannot stand. It's not proper.
I know who you are, David. And you're not a member of this conference.
These guys and us, we're all just
cogs in the wheel.
Just cogs. If they want to try to trespass me, please cuff me and let's go.
Please.
I do not have strength to be unlawfully arrested in front of 60 judges in this room.
You'll have your chance to redress this, but
No, sir.
Right now
No, I'm sitting right here.
Please, to leave this meeting.
I can't do that,
You're
ma'am.
going to
I
have
have
to
a
leave
right.
one way or the other.
I have the right to be here.
Gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned, he's
if that's the
trespassing at
case.
this point.
if we write him a cite and hit him, kick him loose, he's going to come back. So we got to take him, I guess.
Have you ever read it? You swore an oath to uphold it. You ever read it?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't memorize all the code.
Okay. Article 6,
I read
Section
the Bible
7.
too. I memorized all the verses.
But you know what's in there.
Article 6, Section 7. No judge shall hold any other office of trust or profit. You're a judge. You don't get to have any other office at all.
Don't resist arrest.
Here in the city of Franklin, we're family.
Hey,
All clear, sir.
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What was going on?
Well, this is a yellow ribbon for the Tennessee National Guard. They're being deployed to like Iraq and Kuwait and whatnot for a little bit. And so we're all here to give them a brief on all their benefits and support programs before they go. I don't know what's going on in here. It's another.
Gotcha. I'm going to go find out.
So what we have is we've got somebody in there that doesn't belong in there. So we need them removed. But as I understand it, the hotel has to tell you that because they're on their private property. Is that correct?
I would need to check on that. I mean, you guys are running the conference?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, but there is a gentleman in there that needs to come out.
He's refusing to let you?
Yes. And then these guys out here are trying to tie everything up that they believe it should be an open meeting, which it is not.
Okay.
So.
All right.
You know the speech there with the press. They went into this room. It's a closed meeting, members only. One apparently went in, and I repeatedly asked him to step out in the hall to discuss it. Advised him it was a members only meeting. It was closed to the public, that he can sit in there all day, but they're not going to proceed with anything in there while he's in there because he's a non-member.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at.
Okay. All right.
But as I understand it, the hotel
What I was advised by my chain of command was to get somebody from the hotel to declare them as trespassing.
Okay.
Yes.
Is anyone here with the hotel?
There is a gentleman.
Or do I need?
What's the hotel?
Let me go see if there's a manager right quick. Hey, how y'all? Hey, is there a manager I could talk to?
That would be me, sir.
All right. Hey, they have some people. I guess it's a closed conference.
Correct.
And they want someone who's not supposed to be in there. So I think the highway patrol officer said that her superior asked if someone from the hotel management would declare them, hey, you need to get out of here.
So here is our struggle. That we were kind of wondering why, because they came up to us and asked if we would call you. And
who's they?
The gentleman, Brian Walker, that is coordinating the conference.
Okay.
And we said, well, you have a security over there. And they they said, yes, but would you mind calling them? And we said, a little confused because it's your conference and you have law enforcement. And so we then proceeded to give them your number.
Okay.
And so, Lisa, could I get your assistance over? And so, ergo, then we had the contact call you.
Okay.
Officer is informing us that the conference has asked if we would inform the unlawful guests to vacate. And so I've now kind of given him the background as to how this all initially transpired and why we're not really comfortable with how this has all transpired. And so now the officer, I guess it sounds
Yeah,
like
see, this is an extra job that the state trooper's working, and so she asked me to see if management could, her superior asked if you all could or say, hey, you all need to leave, so therefore we could trespass and either get out or.
I'm not real sure.
All right, okay.
I can try to call my boss and see,
Okay.
but I'm just not.
I'm going to be hanging down there where
Let
the
me
fun's
see, and I'll
at.
come by.
Okay, thank you. Bet. Yeah, I spoke with someone I spoke with the THB deputy who's working this. She said her supervisor asked if someone from the hotel could say, hey, you all need to get out of here, so you could trespass, and if they didn't, they're not comfortable with that. So, I don't know where we stand, buddy. My sergeant's back here, so
Okay.
see what he says.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it seems like if they would tell you that,
Yeah, I know.
Well, they're not letting the press in here. And the Tennessee Constitution, Article 1, Section 19, it says that the printing press is free to every citizen to examine the proceedings of any branch or officer. And so, we've got the administrative office of courts here controlling entry, and so this is a proceeding of a branch of government. And they're acting unlawfully by preventing the press from going in. So I'm just here watching that. I was hopeful that they were going to be allowed in there. They're talking. They're conducting business in there.
1 second. What's that?
he's just,
Sir, you've been asked to, you're not allowed inside, okay?
I'm a member of the press.
I understand that, but there's also sides of a public meeting. It's not a public meeting.
Public
it's a
meeting. That's right. It's a public
closed
meeting. It's a public meeting. Thank you, officer. That is
Okay,
correct.
yeah, that's fine.
And it is a public meeting, and we're paying for it by taxes.
Okay, well, they have stipulations stating that you have to be invited to.
Yeah, but stipulations don't overwhelm the constitutional right in Article 19.
No problem. You'll have your chance to address that later, but as of right now, they do have a sign up saying that it is a closed meeting.
They've got the administrative officer courts here. That makes it, it's public. It's a proceeding.
Okay. Well, I don't know what capacity they're here under. I don't know if it's.
They're judges. Yes.
Okay. You should be concerned as a citizen. That we've got a branch of government acting without transparency. It's like, are they doing something wrong?
Well, I don't know if they're acting in an official
but
capacity today.
Why would they
so-
not want the press in there? I mean, you should really be concerned about that yourself. So my name is John Gentry. I'm a candidate for governor, and the press just asked me to come down and witness this today. What's going on? A large part of my platform is reforming corruption in the judiciary, and we've got the Tennessee Board of Judicial Conduct. They have judges that oversee judges. The Constitution expressly prohibits that. The Constitution says no judge shall hold any other office of trust or profit under this state of the United States. So when you have judges in the Board of Judicial Conduct overseeing other judges, they're holding expressly prohibited offices. Why do you think the founders did that? Why do you think the founders said no judge shall hold any other office? You get to be a
I
judge.
don't know, man.
You get to be a
I don't know, man. All I see, and believe me, I'm just walking up here. I don't want to step on anybody's rights. But I see a sign posted right here, only conference members and staff permitted in the session. So
Well, is that administrative office of the court?
I have no idea. I just walked up.
I would say, if there's administrative office of the court personnel in there, I believe there is, that it's not members only, it's who they want in there, and they don't want the press. So, if you're going, if you're going to keep them from being in there because they're not members, you got to go in there and see if there's any other people that are not members of the judicial conference. And
Well,
I
we're
can tell
not.
you, you've got
Apparently, you're the ones we're called about. So
and you've got the administrative office of courts here. That's gatekeeping this thing. And the Constitution says the printing press is free to every citizen to examine the proceedings of any branch or officer, and this is a proceeding of a branch of government, talking about how they're going to conduct themselves with a certain class of litigants. That's what they're talking about. And so you should be extremely concerned as a citizen of this state that you've got a branch of government acting without transparency. And I would say, are they doing something wrong? Like, why would you not want the press in there? Our legislative process.
It's not allowed in. What's that? Are you the only press they're not allowed in?
I'm not trying to get in. I'm a candidate for governor of the state of Tennessee, and I'm
So
a large part
they're
of my
not telling
work.
you to stay out.
No, I'm not.
So then who are we talking to that said they said get out?
Press.
Hey,
Okay, all right.
I'm with Nuka Radio in Chattanooga.
Okay.
Officer Jay Carson is at the town of Franklin.
I'm just, as a candidate for office, I'm just disturbed. We've got a branch of government that won't allow the press in.
Okay. Your Honor, I'm David Tulis with Nuka Radio.
I'm suing the governor. You want to know about it? Committee violating 68504. Yeah, I don't know. This lady in the mustard color behind us, the trooper asked when we got here if she was alerted by her supervisor if we could get someone from the hotel to say, hey, they're not welcome. And I brought that up to them. At the time, they said they weren't comfortable with that.
So, but this belongs to the hotel. I mean, they set the rules of who's allowed in here and who's not allowed in here.
I would assume, yeah. And again, see a sign, only conference members and staff permitted sessions.
Well, who is renting it? Do we know?
I don't know. I would assume the girl working extra
Apparently
job.
there's still somebody inside, correct?
I don't know.
Did you go and check to see if...
I talked with them at the front desk. They said, no, we're not comfortable with telling anybody they're not allowed to be there.
Okay.
But they're not allowed to be in here. If it's a closed session?
I
they're
assume
doing it
if
here,
I
why
was
are they
renting
doing
a
it
hall
here?
for my birthday party and someone came in, I'd say, hey, no, you're not invited to my party. But, man, you start getting in the press and, man, I don't know. I just don't know.
But he didn't want in there.
Not the governor.
Right.
The guy's running.
The guy
press,
filming.
and supposedly there's still a guy in there that they want removed.
Well, that's what I think troopers for.
You want to talk to her? Anything?
Yeah. So is there still somebody in there that you won't move? Okay. What is he? Or is this person? There's a member of the press?
Yes.
Was this guy a new member of the press? No, he was the governor. He was a
Candidate for governor. John Gentry.
Okay. Who rented this? Who held this? Do we know?
That I do not know.
Because the hotel was giving us the thing of the they don't want to get involved in it. So it's just one of those.
I would think the AOC reserved rooms in this
would
room
be one would think.
on behalf of the
We kind of have a similar analogy. If I rented this out for a retirement party,
Right.
and somebody just walked down, I'd be like, oh, leave.
Right.
But okay. So this other person that's in here, he's with the press.
Yes.
Is he causing a ruckus, or is he? Do you know? Is he?
He's just sitting right here in the back.
He's running his pencil.
Running his pencil. I like that. I use that one. Okay. Have you asked him to leave?
Repeatedly.
And he says no.
Yes. They explained to him that it's a members only conference. But they're not gonna further their discussion in there with the non-members.
Right.
I mean, it's,
So it's a non-member. I'm trying to think if it'd be trespassing.
No, it can't be trespassing.
Yeah, I know
Because there's been an easement. This is a government operation right now. It's a government property, effectively by
it would
easement.
only be if the hotel said that.
Yeah, and the hotel says they don't want to get involved.
Right, right.
So then it gets into a private property issue when it comes to the hotel.
Right.
It's kind of like a wreck in a parking lot. You know, it's like, well, you know, you can't run a stop sign in a parking lot because it's our
Can you
sign.
drive in a parking lot, or can you only travel in a parking lot?
Travel.
That's
You
right.
kind of just you travel on a
only
road.
travel.
It's like you can only travel on a road.
And you can only be
You can only
invited to-
drive on a car or in a car. I guess you can drive.
Well, you drive in a motor vehicle and you
Yeah,
travel in a car.
yeah, there you go.
Right.
Okay. Well, so we're kind of at it.
Legal,
We're kind of at
it's in the law. If you read the
Yes.
statute, that's
Oh, yeah.
right. All privileged activity is operation and driving of a motor vehicle. I do a lot of reporting on that.
No, I can tell. We'll pick on that one. So
Effectively,
we've asked this guy to leave. As THB, we've asked him to leave, and he refuses to leave.
Correct.
On the basis
He's
of
there.
it being members only type thing?
Correct.
he's there under Article 1, Section 19 of the Constitution, freedom of the press.
Right.
Also, the Open Meetings Act, which says no government business shall be done in secret. And that's what's happening here. It's being done in secret. And this cannot stand.
Yeah.
It simply cannot stand. It's not proper.
I'm wondering why they chose a public venue like this instead of like the Capitol to do something.
Well, I mean, it's just a,
Now, are they?
it's a conference for the members that
yeah.
are a part of the conference.
Yeah, I got you. Are they involved? You know, the military stuff?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if that's if they opened the.
Be very clear with that. The guard that's here is not involved in this whatsoever. Totally separate event.
So what is it?
Haven't done
So-
it.
Ribbon event. They're getting ready to deploy.
They're getting ready to play. We just had some of our people just come back. So. Okay. Well, let me go make a phone call to my higher ups because I don't know. You know, this is gonna be one of those challenges that this is gonna be.
Before you guys got here, that was what my chain advised. Like, hey, you need to get the hotel to declare them trespassing.
and the
Otherwise,
hotel
we
doesn't want to.
really,
We really can't.
Yeah.
Unless the hotel says.
Okay, so we don't have any problem in walking up to this guest and asking him to leave. I don't have any issue at all in doing that. We walked over to do that like you asked, and y'all were talking to him. So we assumed you
He's
heard.
actually inside. Yeah.
Oh,
in
I'm
the
sorry. I
conference.
thought you were talking to him. I apologize.
I'm gaining as I go.
I think we all are. I mean, we have no issue in asking them if they don't have a registration for the conference to please leave the conference room. That's what you need us to do.
That's what we
Is there a
need you to do.
registration needed for this conference?
Yes, and it's a private conference, dues have to be paid.
That guy comply with Rule 30?
Well,
Well, if he didn't, he can't be in there. It's as simple as that.
I don't know what Rule 30 is, but if y'all will show me who we
I'm
asked to leave, I'll be
going
happy
to direct you to them because I have not seen this person.
let me.
Sir,
I'm David Tulis. We'll move around.
Sir,
Did you comply with Rule 30? You give a notice? If you can't, you've got to listen. It is. It's a judicial proceeding.
sir,
Officer is trying to get your attention.
sir, you've been asked to leave. I need you to step outside, please.
I have a right to be here. This is a judicial
Well-
proceeding. I'll turn off my camera, but I have a right to be here.
I
If
think
this man
they-
is correct, it's a judicial proceeding, then I have a right to be here because the courts are open in Tennessee.
Okay. They have,
Which is it?
Well, they have told you that you're not allowed to be here, so I'm going based on what they're saying.
Okay.
Sir,
No, you're not going up there.
you need to step outside in the hallway.
I'm here to cover.
I understand,
Private
and I've
events.
noted.
Management has asked you to leave, so it's time to leave.
I'm here. I'm David Tulis.
I know who you are, David. And you're
radio.
not a member of this conference.
No, but this
and
is
they
a
have
public
asked you to
event
leave.
paid for by taxpayers. I don't want to hear it. And it is a. I'm here under Article 1, Section 19 of the Constitution.
Duly noted, please step into the hallway?
Here's my right.
Okay.
I have a right to be here, just as these people are who have to be here by duty. They're here by duty. They have to be here under the statute.
And
I have a right to be here, and I'm here volunteering myself in because I'm covering this event. That's why I'm here.
duly noted. I need you to step into the hallway.
I just want to sit down
Oh, they told you
and make notes. That's
we're
all.
not welcome.
Registering to be in this conference, I'm gonna have to ask.
This is a public meeting.
It's not a public.
It's not a
It's our
public
president.
meeting.
If I could have the police.
I understand that, and I.
But if we could step out, I'd be happy to continue to talk to you.
You are an agent of the state. This is a public meeting. I have a constitutionally secured right to
I
be
was
here.
gonna ask you to walk out, we'll continue this conversation outside, but right now, they have rented this room.
I understand
They
that.
have the right to have anyone with a badge on
Sir,
there.
no,
If you
you're
don't
not.
have a badge, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the room.
I understand that, and what I'm explaining to you is this is a public meeting, and I have a constitution. The state cannot meet behind closed doors.
But if you wanna step outside, we'll continue this conversation forward.
I'm here to report on these
So I'm
proceedings.
gonna ask you one more time, please don't make me get the police involved. Please have the confidence in the town conversation.
I don't want to have the police involved either. I have a constitutionally secured right to be here. I would advise you
This is a
to.
rented room.
I understand that, and I have an implicit right of access because it's a public meeting in a private room. So I have an easement by necessity to be able to come here. It's no different than if it was a school board meeting. So let's say the school board decided they wanted to have a meeting. Did they exclude me from the school board
All I
meeting
can
simply
tell you
because
is
it's on
these
private
folks
property?
that rented this room, they
understand
have a
that.
right to have who they invite in. So at this point, you don't have a badge. That's not a badge for the conference.
I don't have to have a badge for the conference.
There were dues, there were registrations paid to attend this conference. You did not pay to attend this conference. I need to ask you.
I'm a member of the press.
If the director of this says it's a paid conference, you have to be registered to be here at the conference, and you're not invited, whether you're president or president.
But I
I'm
have
going
a-
by what they say.
I have a
I know you say a constitutional right, I know, but then they say, well, no, you have to be a registered.
Can I show you the law?
Making sure.
I mean, you're
You have it on you?
Yep.
I absolutely do.
Let's sit back here and look at it.
I'd like to stay here to look at it. I'm not here to create a disorderly, I'm not here to be disorderly, I'm not here to create any
Well, you're
kind of problem.
not. You're not disorderly,
Oh,
but
thank you.
you're hinging on it because they can't carry on whatever
They
they're
can.
doing.
They can. I'll be happy to sit right here and just monitor.
But they don't want to if someone unregistered is here.
Well, if it's just simply an educational meeting, I don't understand.
I don't know what it means about. I don't know anything about what's going on. All I know is the hotel staff who owns this says that the
You were
registered
trespassing
person,
at this point in
yeah,
time on this meeting.
you're going to be
That's what it
trespassed.
amounts to. You're
I figure,
trespassing in the meeting.
I figure that that's probably what it's gonna be, and I'm okay with that. I'm prepared, I've already got a habeas petition in my pocket right here, so I counted on that. I would advise you guys to contact your corporate legal team before you violate my civil rights. And you can do whatever you want to do, but it is a violation of my civil rights. If I have a constitutional right to be here to report on these public officials, which under Article 1, Section 19 of the Constitution, I do. We also have in Tennessee something called the Open Meetings Act, which this right here constitutes an Open Meetings Act. This constitutes a meeting of public officials under Title 8, Chapter 44 of Tennessee Code. So they can trespass, they can do whatever they want, but the judiciary cannot meet in secret. It is a public policy of this state that meetings not be conducted in secret. They can't do that. They can't come here. They're just like the Secretary of State deciding we're going to have elections in the Embassy Suites Hotel, and we're going to trespass anybody that's a Trump supporter, or anybody that supports Biden, or anybody that's black, or anybody that's women. They can't do that. It is a policy of this state not to have meetings in private, behind closed doors. So I'm here by constitutional right, I'm here by statutory right, and I have, if the state is going to have a public meeting in a private venue, then I have the right to cross that private venue and to be here as a member of the press and report on
Yeah,
this.
it's private property. This is private property owned by Embassy Suites.
If it was at the state capitol, yeah.
But the state cannot come onto private property in circumvention of the Open Meetings Act. That's what they're trying to do. and they're using her as a mechanism to try to trespass me so that I can't be here. But I have a constitutional right to be here because it's a public meeting.
Sir, all I can tell you, it's private property.
I
You are
understand.
not registered.
I
I
understand
need
that.
to ask you one more time, please, to leave this meeting.
I can't do that,
You're
ma'am.
gonna
I
have
have
to
a
leave
right.
one way or the other.
I have a right to be here.
So you're gonna have to leave one way
If they,
or the other.
if
So,
I'm arrested, then they can do that.
gentlemen,
but
as far as
and
I'm
prepared
concerned,
to
he's
do that if that's the
trespassing at this
case.
point.
But
Gentlemen, as
I-
far as
and
I'm
prepared
concerned,
to
he's
do that if that's the
trespassing at
case.
this point.
All right.
Okay,
You
sorry.
trespass. Hop on out.
Okay. Are you going to arrest me?
Right now, you're still being detained while we decide more.
Okay. Let's go out here.
I don't know what to tell you. Private property.
The
The
state.
lady from.
state?
Let me finish my
Go ahead, I'm
sentence.
sorry.
The lady who is managing this private property says, "You out." So I'm following.
And if that's
And
gonna
if
be-
that's an infringement of your rights,
It is an infringement of my rights, and if you guys need to arrest me, please do that, is because it will create a constitutional crisis. I have a constitutional right to be here, and I have the right to be able to do that. These are public officials, and it is the public policy of this state that people cannot have public meetings behind closed doors in secret. That is the policy of this state. Title 8, Chapter 44, Section 101. Be happy to show it to you. I've already showed it to this trooper right here. She was very kind. She understood exactly what I was showing her. And I also have a application for acknowledgement of public right of access that I issued to Chief Justice Page yesterday. Haven't heard back from that. Chief Justice Page is their supervisor, so they have a
who's
position.
there? Who are you appointing?
Director Tate and Rachel Harmon. Don't know them. I've had really good conversations with Ms. Harmon, but we're in an impasse on that. They don't get to tell me what my rights are. My rights are my rights. What I'm saying is that the administrative office of the courts this is a taxpayer-funded event. You have one political body making policy recommendations on the administration of public justice. That's being done behind closed doors. That cannot happen under our state law. I have a right under Article 1, Section 19 of the press to go in there and report on everything that they're doing. If they want to try to trespass me, please cuff me and let's go.
No, I admit what I'm hearing. Like I said, I just walked out. I don't know who's
I
in
understand.
it,
I
what's
got
the
it.
meeting about. But when all I can go by is whatever it's set up for. This lady who's managing this property says, hold on just a second.
Who is him?
Okay.
Mr. Tulis. Mr. Tulis? Yes, sir. Is you in?
I'm David Tulis with Nooga Radio. Hello, ma'am. I'm a reporter.
I understand. At this point in time, you are trespassing on a private event, on private property. I'm going to ask you to leave, please. They've rented this space. This is their space. You are not registered to be in their conference, so I do need to ask you to leave at this point.
And may I ask who you are, please? What is your name?
My
and
name
your
is Lisa Hegwood,
Hegwood,
and I work for the hotel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Well,
So please.
ma'am, this property has been ceded to the state for this event. It's not a private property anymore. This is a state body. This is a state piece of property right now by easement.
Sir, I understand you're upset, and I understand you're trying to do your job, and I'm just trying to do mine.
I appreciate that.
Okay?
Thank you.
So please, if you don't mind, would you please leave the event?
No, ma'am. I'm so sorry.
Gentlemen, at this
Sir,
point in time, I'm going to ask you,
please stand up
he
and
is
leave.
trespassing on this property.
Mr. Tulis,
Yes, sir.
please. You'll have your chance to redress this, but
No,
right
sir.
now you
No, I'm sitting right here.
Okay.
I'm sitting right here.
You'll be trespassing if you do not leave, sir.
And who's,
We don't want to-
against whom?
This is against you.
Trespassing against which party?
You
Who's the
with
offended
Embassy
party?
Suites. Embassy Suites are the ones that are trespassing now, because you're not registered for this conference. This is for the conference members only who have registered.
They have not been in any way injured. Neither has the conference in any way been injured by my presence
That's
here.
going to be up to you to take it up with the Embassy Suites, with their corporate office. They are
that's
wanting to
convenient.
trespass you to leave. So we're going to
That's
ask you
very
nicely
convenient that
to
you
leave.
can, the conference can put this on the hotel. The corporation now is liable for this action.
The
I
hotel-
don't think that's proper.
Well,
Is there a judge going to say
No,
that
yes, sir.
this needs to be a conference? The conference needs to trespass me. That needs to be what happens.
okay. Well,
The
it's
conference needs to trespass me if that's what's happening. It's not happening.
Yes, it is.
I'm not a
hotel is-
trespasser.
the hotel
I'm
is-
here as a member of the press. This is a public function paid for by taxpayers. I have a right to be here.
You're gonna
I'm not
take that
leaving.
up, take
No,
that up.
I'm not
with
taking it up
MCL.
anywhere.
Yes, you are gonna leave.
No?
Mr. Tulis, please stand up.
No.
Jeff, come on in here, we're starting to get physical.
Okay, then at this point, you're under arrest. Stand up.
Okay. No?
Stand up.
No. I'm not going to do that.
Put that down. Stand up for me, please. Don't make a scene in here, please.
No, sir, I'm not going to stand up. You have to carry me.
We will.
Stand up, Mr. Tulis. Mr. Tulis, please stand up.
Is this off of you?
Don't make,
Look, I have the strength to report. Let me do
don't resist arrest. Okay, then stand up and makes it easier.
Make it easier.
Okay.
Would you like us to
I have
get
just-
EMS here so that you can?
I have strength for all kinds of things,
Okay, well,
but I
stand
don't
up.
have strength to assist you in violating my rights to be here. I have a right to be here, and I do not have the strength to stand up to help you do that. I'm not going to cooperate, okay?
Mr. Tulis. Honestly, this is a lot easier way.
No, I have a right to be here.
Yeah, you need to stop
Article
resisting,
1,
sir.
Section 19, I have a right to be here. I have a right to be here. Article 1, Section 19, is there a city court judge somewhere going to intervene for this reporter exercising his rights to be a member of the press? That's what's happening here. And these people are going to arrest me, and you're going to blame the judicial conference asking the hotel to trespass me? Is not the judicial conference going to trespass me for this public meeting? This is a public meeting. A public meeting, paid for by taxpayers, paid for by litigation taxes, and it's under the Tennessee Open Meetings Act. Why am I being arrested for covering this meeting?
Can we ask you a question? Is this yours?
Yes, it is mine.
Mr. Tulis, I'm going to ask you one more time, okay?
I don't have
If
the
you don't-
strength to do that.
I understand that.
I
I'm
don't
going to
have the
call
strength-
EMS here to have you wheeled out. Is that okay?
Please
Or
do
would you
that,
like to walk
because
out on your own?
I do not have the strength to cooperate in my unlawful arrest.
Okay.
I'm unlawfully being arrested. I do not have the strength for that.
Please.
I do not have strength to be unlawfully arrested in front of 60 judges in this room, serving the state of Tennessee, paid for by municipal taxes, county taxes. I have a right to be here. I suggest that the meeting proceed, and if you let me, I will just make notes on my laptop, not run my phone, but I have a right to be here, at least to hear what's being said. I mean, I will agree to not run my phone if someone would intervene on my behalf and say, okay, well, if he agrees to that and the speaker doesn't want his video made, fine, I'll let the handcuffs go, ignore that, and just sit here quietly and make my report. I'm here to make a report on this conference. I have a right to be here. I have made my demands to Justice Page by letter, certified letter. It's in my paperwork. And I have a right to be here. This is not proper in any way that judges, who are all attorneys, who know the law, who have to uphold the law, allow a member of the press, Nooga Radio, 96.9 in Chattanooga, to be arrested for covering a public meeting. This is a public meeting. The public has a right to know. Or are you all neo-feudal lords over the rest of us peons and hayseeds and bumpkins? I'm from Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. Am I a bumpkin? I do not have the strength to cooperate in an unlawful arrest. This is a kidnapping. I'm a member of the press. This is a public event. I'm here with my laptop, my badge, and my computer, and my phone, and you're going to let me be kidnapped by these officers without warrant. You have a duty under 47-103 to get a warrant first. Get a magistrate to approve of this. You have a duty.
No, because right now it's trespassing.
No, it's not trespassing. This is a public venue. This is the easement of this event. It makes this not a private place.
Go ahead.
The easement of the engagement of the AOC of this place makes it a public venue. It's not a private venue anymore. It is not a private venue. It is a public venue, and I'm here to cover a public event. Please take the handcuffs off and let me sit and get my computer going. I have a right to make a report.
You'll have a chance to explain to the
Get
judge.
a warrant. This is not a disturbance of the peace. You're making it one, but there's no reason this is proper. This is not a proper arrest. Okay, it's not proper.
I want to see you go out of here smoothly.
I do too.
Okay. So can you just say that you don't consent to any of this, but yet still walk?
No,
Okay.
I do not consent, and I cannot cooperate.
I understand. Okay.
Why so many bullets?
How many you think are have?
Expecting a gunfight? Those are what,
If it happens,
14 round clips?
better be
Got-
safe than
got
sorry, right?
4. Has anybody on your force ever had a gunfight in a warlike situation that requires that much ammo?
Warlike situation. If I was shot at once, to me that would be a warlike situation. One shell toward my head.
Your Honor, this is a secret event. I'm trying to cover it. Judge Bean, I'm trying to cover this event. Why is it a secret? The Open Meetings Act says nothing shall be done in secret in our government. It can't be done in secret. And these people have been doing things in secret for a long time. And that's why justice is so difficult to obtain. I do not consent to this. I do not have any medical problems. But is this a gurney?
You said you had a hernia.
I do have a gurney, but I'm not. It's not. You know. It's not ruptured.
We're gonna go get that checked out. Come on with me. I have to see you right there. Scoot on back a bit. There we go. Have y'all got my card?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
If you're a magistrate, I can at least vouch that he's lived this where he's lived. He's a peaceful person.
Okay.
This is.
Oh yeah, he's
okay.
he's just. Meet us out at the.
If she's gonna trespass me, can I get that in writing?
That'd be up to them. We heard her say you are trespassing, but that's enough for us.
Is your body cam on by chance?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't go anywhere without it.
Can I get some information from you so I can get that under Open Meetings Act? That's all right? You have a card?
Yes.
Christopher, thank you very much. It's very kind and polite. I really appreciate that.
All right.
If
Have
you
you
could help me
got a
get-
card as well?
I don't, but I'll be happy to write my name and information down.
Thank you.
Only that he's a member of the press. You guys transported him?
We just they wanted him out, so now he's out. What do you want to do?
I gotta check with the sergeant. I mean, if we write him a cite and take him loose, he's gonna come back, so we gotta take him, I guess.
We as in EMS or we as in law enforcement?
Law enforcement, but he's gonna be...
You decide. We're not going anywhere till you decide what you want us to do.
Let me find out from the sergeant. So, if we ask him if he gets cited and released, is he gonna come back? And if he says yes, then we're gonna take him.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
But see, now,
We can do it like that.
What?
this is, all this is the property. It can eliminate that problem. This is trespassing,
Yes.
if he comes in here. So, yeah, I mean, the room is separate. But as MC Suites, it's as the management, they do not want him back on their property.
Correct.
Can I
This
ask
is their
where
problem.
he's going to take it now?
So if he refuses this, I'm gonna go back, then we're taking him. Do we just drive him right to the jail and have to get a check?
Say this will be what, but it's a misdemeanor. It's a misdemeanor, and it's going to continue if we don't take you custody.
I'm gonna go gauge his. He told me they're gonna leave, so they're not gonna give it any more problems. They've made their statement.
The judge is a little nervous about walking out to their car.
He's-
I'm like, look,
They're gonna be out of here.
they'll talk you to death. That's about the biggest threat they have.
But if anything else, give us a call back on that.
What's that?
Thanks, Sergeant. If anything else, just give a holler.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
In the Title 8, Chapter 44, Section 101 of our Tennessee Code says it is the public policy of this state that we will not have meetings conducted in secret. So what they're doing is a violation of state law, and they're using this venue to circumvent state law.
Sounds like a good lawsuit to come up against them for not letting you in.
No, it absolutely is, and that's why I want you to arrest me. I want to be cited. I want to be ticketed.
How do you guys reconcile this, like in your conscience? Like, how do you reconcile this in your conscience? I'm sure you probably know because you're involved in court proceedings at some point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
These guys are corrupt to the core. I hear from people. I'm a candidate for governor in 2022, and there's tens of thousands of Tennesseans that stand with me and recognize the rampant corruption in our courtroom. And it's because of this lack of transparency. And you know, man, I've seen it, particularly out of family court and juvenile court, that, you know, these people drink themselves to sleep trying to numb the pain out of these courtrooms. And I mean, I've watched them, judge just say, no, sit down, shut up, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Like, it's a denial of due process.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we're not the moral police.
Section 241. Any person that injures or oppresses a constitutional right is subject to 10 years in prison and/or fine. And when they enacted 42 U.S.C. Section 1983, that you can bring civil suit for anybody that oppresses your right. 42 U.S.C. 1983 was enacted by Congress specifically because of state court corruption. And one of the main proponents of that was Senator Osborne. And he said, sheriffs having eyes to see, see not, judges having ears to hear, hear not, and all the apparatus put in place to ensure justice is skulked away from as if something to be feared. And one of the most dangerous things a person can do is seek justice in the court of law. It's because these courts are corrupt. It is destroying the country. It's tearing at the fabric, ripping families apart. You know, when you get in these divorce cases, both partners lose. And it's destroying the children. They're extorting these attorney fees, people paying tens and thousands of dollars to get a divorce, and they engage in vexatious litigation to keep the courtroom going and keep them coming back.
More money.
And so
that's right.
Now here's the problem. Is I'm not pointing at you right now. That's just how I talk. In 1971, they created the Tennessee Board of Judicial Conduct, and they filled out the membership of that board, all judges, all of them judges.
Fox's Garden Hen House.
Yeah.
Now, the Tennessee Constitution, I don't know if y'all swear to uphold that, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tennessee Constitution, Article 1, Section, no, Article...
Doesn't matter, we wouldn't know the difference.
No, this is Article 6.
But you should.
No, this is Article 6. Have you ever read it? You swore an oath to uphold it. You ever read it? Okay.
But I don't memorize all the codes.
Okay. Article 6,
I read
Section
the Bible
7.
too. I memorized all the verses.
But you know what's in there.
Article 6, Section 7. No judge shall hold any other office of trust or profit. You're a judge, you don't get to have any other office at all. And so they protected us in here, right? But the General Assembly, what they did, in Article 5, the House has the sole power of impeachment. And who can be impeached? Attorneys for the state, judges, legislators, the governor.